Many fans have often wondered what Elvis Presley was thinking and feeling during his final days. Just before he passed away at the age of 42, there are accounts suggesting he finally broke his silence about long-held fears that haunted him. In a rare moment, Elvis reportedly shared a terrifying secret that had weighed heavily on his mind for years. He spoke of unseen threats and chilling warnings, details that seemed to come straight from his deepest fears. These revelations shocked those who knew him well, shifting the story from mere speculation about his death to uncovering hidden truths. Some believe that during his last moments, Elvis tried to reveal the darkness he faced behind the curtain of fame, revealing a side of himself that many never knew. As the world mourned the loss of the beloved singer, whispers of these final confessions continue to ripple through the annals of his history. Such a revelation raises questions about what truly troubled him, and whether his death was as simple as it seemed, or if there was a more frightening story beneath the surface. Since his final moments, Elvis Presley's last words were not merely a simple farewell, but carried a surprising secret that gave fans a glimpse into a side of him they rarely knew. These words held a hidden meaning, revealing something about Elvis that many had never suspected. His early years were quite different from what most people imagine when they think of the king of rock and roll. Instead of a glamorous beginning, Elvis faced many struggles and faced a humble start. He grew up in a small town surrounded by music, but his childhood was not filled with fame or riches. Instead, he learned to love singing and rhythm from local musicians and church choirs. His early fascination with music pushed him to perform wherever he could, often in small venues without much attention. Over time, his talent grew, and he went through many changes before becoming the legendary figure that would transform the music world forever. Elvis's journey from a young boy with a dream to a worldwide icon was filled with hard work, sacrifices, and moments of doubt. Despite his fame, he remained connected to his roots and the simple joys that inspired his love for music. His story is a reminder that even the greatest stars often start from modest beginnings, and that their rise to fame can conceal unexpected truths about who they truly are behind the scenes. Born on January 8, 1935 in a modest two-room shotgun house in East Tupelo, a tough neighborhood in North Mississippi, Elvis Presley entered the world into humble beginnings. His parents, Gladys and Vernon Presley, lived in a neighborhood where life was often hard and resources were limited, but they made sure their son knew he was loved. Despite their modest means, Gladys and Vernon dedicated themselves to giving Elvis a warm and caring home. From the start, Elvis's childhood was marked by the strong bond he shared with his parents, who supported his dreams and nurtured his love for music. Even in the face of economic difficulties, the family's unity and affection played a crucial role in shaping Elvis's early life. The small house where he was born was a simple place, but it was filled with the warmth of a family that valued love above all else. This foundation of love and support stayed with Elvis as he grew older and began to pursue a career in music, leading him to become one of the most famous and influential artists of his time. The modest beginnings in East Tupelo remain an important part of his story, reminding everyone that a simple start can lead to extraordinary success. Because of his father's actions, Elvis Presley experienced a difficult early childhood that left a deep mark on him. When Elvis was just 3 years old, the family home was taken away after his father Vernon got into trouble for altering a small check worth $4. This act led to Vernon being imprisoned for 8 months, a long time for such a young child to understand. During this period, Elvis faced upheaval as his family lost their home and had to live through the absence of his father. According to one of his cousins, this event was very traumatic for Elvis. The separation and the instability caused by his father's imprisonment made a lasting impression on him. It was a time filled with uncertainty and hardship that many believed influenced Elvis's outlook on life and his feelings about family and stability. The experience of seeing his father go through such trouble and incarceration at a young age likely intensified Elvis's sensitive nature and contributed to the depth of his emotional expression in his music. Growing up with this early trauma, Elvis developed an awareness of life's difficulties and perhaps found solace and release through his passion for singing and performing. As he grew older, these early experiences remained a part of his story, shaping the person who would become one of the most famous and influential musicians of all time. Despite the hardships, Elvis's life also demonstrated resilience, and he eventually found ways to channel his pain into his art, touching many lives through his voice and presence. Although many know Elvis Presley as a legendary artist, His early music career was not always smooth or promising. In fact, he was once considered a musical failure. During his high school years, Elvis faced many struggles, and despite his efforts to sing and perform, he was often discouraged. His 8th grade music teacher even told him he had no talent as a singer, which made Elvis doubt himself. Nonetheless, he continued to listen to music and develop his own style, holding on to the hope of one day becoming a singer. In 1953, Elvis took a small but important step toward his future success. He walked into the Memphis recording service with a simple purpose to cut a record as a gift for his mother. This act marked the beginning of his journey in the recording world. What started as a personal gesture turned into something much bigger, setting the stage for his eventual rise to stardom. Despite the doubts and setbacks early in his career, Elvis's commitment and passion kept him moving forward. His first recordings may have seemed insignificant at the time, but they laid the groundwork for his legendary career, which would soon capture the hearts of millions around the world. His story shows how perseverance and dedication can lead to great achievements, even when others doubt your talent. With that first step into the recording studio, Elvis Presley began a journey that would change the music world forever. From the moment Elvis Presley made his move to RCA Victor in 1956, his life changed forever. That year marked a turning point as he released Heartbreak Hotel, a song that quickly became a massive hit. It was the first record of his to sell over 1 million copies, making him a star overnight. The song's success brought Elvis widespread fame and recognition across the country. With his new popularity, Elvis decided to buy a home near Memphis, Tennessee. He chose a beautiful colonial mansion that he named Graceland. The house was spacious and filled with elegance, fitting for a rising star. Elvis moved into Graceland along with his parents and his beloved grandmother, making it their home. The mansion became more than just a residence. It turned into a symbol of Elvis' success and a special place for his family. Over time, Graceland grew famous and attracted many visitors who wanted to see where Elvis had lived and loved. The release of Heartbreak Hotel and the purchase of Graceland marked the beginning of Elvis Presley's legendary career, shaping his image as the king of rock and roll. His journey from a young talent to a worldwide icon started with these important moments in 1956. After his death, Elvis Presley became a major tourist attraction, drawing millions of fans from all over the world to his home in Memphis, Tennessee. The estate, known as Graceland, opened to the public and quickly became a place where fans could connect with his legacy and remember his music. Visitors can tour the mansion, see his personal belongings, and learn about his life and career. Over the years, Graceland has grown in popularity, making it one of the most visited private homes in the United States. Many fans find it a special place that captures the spirit of Elvis and his impact on music and culture. In addition to his career and fame, Elvis faced personal loss when he learned that he had a twin brother named Jesse Garon. Jesse Garon was stillborn, meaning he was born dead, and this tragic event deeply affected Elvis throughout his life. The loss of his twin made Elvis feel a special connection to him, even though he never knew his brother alive. The presence of Jesse Garon stayed with Elvis and influenced his feelings and outlook. Despite his fame, Elvis carried the memory of his twin with him, and it was a sadness he often thought about. His life was marked by this profound loss, which added a layer of emotional complexity to his journey. The story of his twin adds a deeper meaning to his life, showing that even a superstar knows sorrow and loss. Many fans visit Graceland not only to see the place where Elvis lived, but also to remember the person behind the music, who endured personal tragedies and achieved extraordinary fame. His story continues to resonate with many, showing that behind the icon was a man who experienced both great success and deep personal sorrow. The legacy of Elvis Presley, as a legendary musician and a person touched by loss, remains alive in the hearts of his fans worldwide. After learning about his mother's death, Elvis Presley was deeply heartbroken because he shared an unbreakable bond with her. His mother, Gladys, meant everything to him, and losing her at the age of 46 due to a heart attack was a severe blow to his emotional well-being. Despite his rising fame and busy schedule, Elvis always looked up to his mother and held her close to his heart. When Elvis was drafted into the United States Army, it was a significant moment in his life because he faced the challenge of serving his country while dealing with personal loss. However, before he left for duty, the Army granted him a brief leave so he could be with his mother during her final moments. This leave allowed Elvis to say goodbye and be by her side when she passed away, giving him a moment of closure amidst the turmoil of his life. The pain of losing his mother stayed with Elvis throughout his career, shaping much of his emotional outlook and music. Her memory remained a guiding force for him, providing strength during difficult times, and reminding him of the deep love they shared. Elvis's experience of losing his mother so suddenly, and his brief time with her before her death, became a defining part of his life, influencing his personal journey and his connection to his fans. Through his work and his legacy, the memory of Gladys Presley continued to live on, inspiring the music and emotion that he shared with the world. After losing his mother, Gladys Presley, Elvis Presley experienced a deep and overwhelming grief that profoundly affected him. He often spoke about how her death felt like his heart was breaking, and he carried a sadness that lingered throughout his life. Her passing was a heavy blow for Elvis, who was very close to her, and it influenced his emotional well-being for years. Despite his fame and success, the pain of losing her stayed with him. Tragically, Elvis's life was marked by an untimely death that shocked the world. On August 16, 1977, he was found dead in his bathroom at Graceland, his home in Memphis. His sudden passing led to widespread mourning across the music community and his many fans worldwide. People were devastated by the loss of the man who had brought so much joy and music into their lives. There was also much speculation about the exact cause of his death, as he had struggled with various health issues in the years before. His death marked a tragic end to a life filled with incredible talent, emotional pain, and untimely loss. Fans and loved ones mourned deeply, remembering the singer as a legendary figure whose influence spanned generations. Elvis's grief over his mother's death and his own sudden departure from life remain significant parts of his story, symbolizing the profound impact of love and loss. After Elvis Presley passed away, the official cause of death was recorded as hypertensive cardiovascular disease, which means that his high blood pressure and heart problems contributed to his death. However, many people believe there was more to the story. Rumors spread that Elvis died from a dangerous mix of prescription drugs, which was often called a lethal cocktail. This idea came from the fact that Elvis had a long history of using and abusing various medications prescribed by doctors. Over the years, it became clear that he often took multiple drugs at the same time, sometimes without fully understanding the possible dangers. His friends and family later admitted that Elvis relied heavily on pills, including painkillers, sedatives, and other medications to help him cope with pain and stress. This pattern of drug use worsened over time and played a role in his health decline. After his death, the truth about his drug abuse became more widely known, leading to questions about whether his lifestyle contributed to his untimely passing. Despite the official cause, many fans and medical experts wondered if his drug use was a silent cause behind his heart problems, making his story a reminder of the risks of prescription drug abuse. While exploring the life of Elvis Presley, it is important to understand the role his physician, Dr. George Nichopoulos, played in his health. Dr. Nichopoulos was known for prescribing large amounts of medications to Elvis, which many believe contributed to his dependency on drugs. During Elvis's later years, he often relied on prescription medications to manage his pain and other health issues. The medical records show that Elvis was taking a significant number of different drugs, which were often prescribed without strict regulation. When Elvis passed away, a toxicology report was conducted that revealed a long list of drugs in his system. This report included various prescription medications, sedatives, and opioids, which raised questions about whether a drug overdose might have been a factor in his death. Many people believe that the heavy use of these drugs, possibly encouraged or enabled by Dr. Nichopoulos, played a role in Elvis's declining health. His dependence on such medications became a topic of concern and debate, highlighting the dangers of overprescription and reliance on powerful drugs. Over time, Elvis's health deteriorated, and the combination of medications in his system contributed to speculation about whether his death was accidental or the result of a drug overdose. This story has since become a reminder of the importance of cautious and responsible medical prescribing practices, especially for those with health struggles. Knowing about Elvis's relationship with prescription medications helps us understand how medication management can significantly impact a person's health and well-being. Many people believe that Elvis Presley, the legendary singer, was part of various conspiracy theories that suggest he did not die in 1977 as officially reported. Some think he faked his death to escape the pressures of fame or to get away from dangerous groups like the Mafia. Others believe that Elvis might have been involved in secret operations with the FBI, possibly working undercover to gather information or protect himself from threats. These theories often point to sightings of Elvis in different places long after his death, fueling speculation that he chose to live a hidden life. Despite these stories, the official account states that Elvis died in Memphis, but the mystery continues to intrigue many fans and conspiracy enthusiasts. Beyond these theories, Elvis was known to have a very spiritual side that influenced his daily life. He often prayed before his performances to find strength and stay grounded amidst the chaos of his career. His devotion to prayer was well known among his family and friends, and he believed in the power of spirituality to bring peace and guidance. Elvis often spoke about the importance of faith and maintaining a connection with a higher power, which helped him cope with the stress of fame and personal struggles. Indeed, many reviews of his life highlight his deep interest in spiritual matters and the comfort he found in prayer, reflecting a side of him that was quiet and reflective despite his loud public persona. The combination of these conspiracy theories and his spiritual beliefs makes Elvis Presley a complex and fascinating figure whose life continues to spark curiosity and admiration. While Elvis Presley's career brought him fame and success, his personal life was often marked by complex relationships and struggles. His marriage to Priscilla Presley started when she was only 14 years old, a fact that has been widely discussed and documented. Their relationship lasted for several years, during which they married and had a daughter named Lisa Marie. Despite their marriage, Elvis's busy touring schedule and rising fame created distance between them, leading to challenges in their relationship. Over time, Elvis's struggles with pill addiction grew more serious, affecting his health and well-being. His infidelities also contributed to tensions within their marriage, ultimately leading to their divorce. In his final days, Elvis began to seek a sense of spiritual peace, expressing a desire for tranquility and meaningful changes in his life. He reflected on the importance of inner harmony and a return to simpler, more spiritual values, possibly hoping to find relief from his emotional and physical difficulties. His life in those last months was filled with a longing for peace and a deeper connection with himself and his beliefs. Despite the tumult in his personal life, Elvis's influence on music and culture remains immense, and his final reflections hint at his wish for a different, more peaceful existence. Since the beginning of his career, Elvis Presley was said to have had a premonition that he would die in his 40s, and sadly, this prediction turned out to be true when he passed away at the age of 42. Many close to him believe he sensed something about his future, which adds a mysterious and almost haunting element to his story. His last live performance took place in June 1977, a moment that fans remember vividly. During that final concert, he performed his famous song "Can't Help Falling in Love," a performance that touched many because it marked the end of his live singing for the public. His untimely death shocked millions and left a void in the music world. Despite this, Elvis Presley's influence and legacy have only grown stronger over the years. He remains a beloved icon, often called the King of Rock and Roll, a title he earned through his groundbreaking music and charismatic stage presence. Even today, his songs are played on radios, and his movies watched by fans young and old. Elvis' legacy is carried on through his recordings, his style, and the memories of his performances. His life was full of achievements, but his death also sparked many stories and legends that continue to fascinate people. From his early days in Memphis to his rise as a global star, Elvis Presley's impact goes well beyond his lifetime. His music changed the course of history and influenced countless artists that followed him. People still find inspiration in his soulful voice, his daring style, and the unique energy he brought to the stage. His story is one of fame, talent, and a mysterious premonition that reminds us of the unpredictable nature of life. Elvis' legacy lives on through his recordings, his movies, and the countless fans who celebrate his memory every